Do you remember Live Aid? That global concert tried to fight poverty with music and speeches. This video shows a different story, how China fought poverty with action. Watch until the end, because the lesson here could change how you think about real solutions today. This video isn't about politics. It's about showing you how to end poverty. I hope you agree, that's something worth paying attention to. Watching this video to the end makes you see what's possible when leaders live among the poor. It'll change the way you measure true leadership. By seeing how China lifted 800 million people out of poverty, you'll understand why excuses from politicians and billionaires don't hold up anymore. Imagine politicians not in suits on TV, but in muddy boots, repairing houses and selling potatoes online. That's how China did it. China's poverty success wasn't magic. It was like watering dry soil day after day until 800 million flowers bloomed. Instead of flying private jets and preaching, officials in China lived among the poor and worked beside them. Poverty alleviation in China was not a parade of polished politicians delivering grand speeches. It was like planting bamboo in barren soil, patient, steady, and slowly rooting true change. Imagine the government officials as gardeners, not surface-level landscapers, who moved into remote villages like bees going into dry hives, living there through seasons, tending to the fragile growth of hope and trust. They repaired broken homes as carefully as one mends a cracked pot to hold precious water. They helped farmers sow crops and build e-commerce networks like weaving threads into a safety net that would catch families from falling back. When mountains were beautiful, they transformed them into trails and homestays, turning scenery into livelihoods, like turning stones into stepping stones towards sustainability. When farmers were growing food, they didn't just preach. They became their market for organic goods, wrapping produce in promise and pushing it onto buyer plates. Factories and investment followed when there was potential, as if rivers of capital were guided into dry fields to make them fertile again. And it wasn't easy. Many villagers had already given up, their spirits wilted like drought-thirsty saplings. The officials had to coax, encourage, and care over years, like tending a stubborn seedling until it stood tall again. That is how China lifted nearly 800 million people out of poverty, not through speeches in polished halls, but through hands-on work in the dust of daily life, not through propaganda, but